What happened in Los Angeles was predictable. These are the first comments that I shall have made concerning the events of Los Angeles, and I chose to make them here in Baton Rouge. Because in the last month, 3 black persons have been killed under strange circumstances. And the breast of the parents and loved ones of those who have perished, and the breasts of the community of those persons who have perished, is not at ease, because we cannot believe the stories that have been told to us, nor do we believe the coroner's reports to us. We in every generation have seen our loved ones shot down, murdered in cold blood, and we have seen the perpetrators of that murder gone unpunished because their brethren in law, who are outlaws, will not prosecute guilty policemen, guilty authorities who misuse and abuse their authority over a poor and defenseless people who have done nothing but serve this nation, build the nation, fight for the nation, pay taxes to the nation, to be oppressed by those in authority in the nation. Now, what happened in Los Angeles is not new or strange. The beating of Rodney King is an everyday event in black folks' lives in some city in America. Even as I speak, some black body is being crushed under the weight of blows by a police department that seeks to be judge, jury, and executioner over somebody who is suspected of a crime. You say that a man is innocent until proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, but if you're black in America, you're guilty. When they put their hands on you, you're guilty. They don't bring you before a judge to adjudicate the matter. They judge you there with the stick, with the gun, with naked brutality and the misuse of their authority. My appeal to those of you in authority is that you do justice while justice is in your hands to do. Because in a few moments from now, it won't be in your hands anymore. And when that happens, that will be a very hard day for those in authority, no matter what color we are. When God's Spirit moves among the people, and the people say, enough is enough, and too much is too much, and they determine to rise against unjust authority, then the end of that authority has come. There are no guns big enough to keep you in power, as the lessons of history will teach any of you who study history. When your time has come, when your evil outweighs your good, to the point that the God of righteousness becomes angry over your evil that you are dishing out to poor and defenseless people, and he decides to take up the cause of the poor, then your days are numbered. And as Daniel read the handwriting on the wall written in blood, he will say your kingdom has been weighed in the balance and has been found wanting. America has such handwriting now on the wall. Think of it. Somebody with a videotape caught the vicious beating of one of our brothers. Maybe white folk were shocked at such a beating, but we weren't. We know that this goes on, don't we, brothers and sisters? We were shocked to see it on television, but we were not shocked that it happened. But each one of us that saw that terrible beating inflicted upon our defenseless brother, we felt each blow. America had a chance to show black people that there can be some hope in the justice system in America. Black people were willing to believe again if you had given them the reason to believe. Their hope was, since it was clear that the police were in error. It was not a mistake. A mistake is unintentional departure from right. But error is willful. This was not a mistake. This was willful. Brutal. Vicious. Sadistic. Inhuman. Beastly behavior on the part of those who say they represent law and order and justice. They were caught by video cameras. How would they now defend four guilty policemen? They weren't thinking of consequences. The wicked never do. They think that every day is the same. That since we've been getting away with this for years, it wasn't improper for them to think that they would get away with it again. So all they did was move the venue to a little valley composed of like-minded Caucasians, approximately 2,000 of whom work for the LA Police Department. They wanted to give the defendants a jury of their peers. Well, if they would move the venue for white folks to give them a jury of their peers, when has a black man ever been judged by a jury of his peers? You see, my peers are those who suffer the same as me. My peers are those who are disenfranchised, like me. Well, they knew when they moved the venue that they would get an acquittal. They knew that. They had a foreman on that jury that's like the majority whip in the Congress to whip the other recalcitrant ones in line to an acquittal. And many who would have voted guilty had so much pressure on them, they caved in. As, of course, the forces of evil knew. And so, an acquittal. That was sending a signal to police all across this nation. Beat, maim, shoot, kill black folk. Do it with impunity, and we will let you go. But racism is becoming more expensive with every passing day. They didn't know the results that unjust judgment would bring. So judgment was taken out of the hands of the judge. Judgment then went into the hands of the people. I'm only giving you a sign of things to come. And don't you think it will not happen. I'm insignificant, but I'm a warner to you. You can take it or let it alone. But there have been more powerful governments than this one that went down the tube because of injustice, and the Bible is full of their record for you to read today.